Hello and welcome to Easy Digital Art. Here I use office shapes to create art. As well, I give you tips that you can use in Word. Today I'm going to show you how to make a chessboard, which you can print either on adhesive paper and then put it on a board, or you can print it and then laminate it as well. And you print it on a color printer, of course. So let's begin. I'm going to go insert shapes. Just take a square and I'm going to say 2.53 just to start. Change that to fixed position. So what I want to do is I'm going to copy this like so. First one, I'm just going to make it, I'll make it a white. Now we just line them up. They don't have to be perfect. We're just going to copy both of them. Select or shift, select both, then copy, paste. Do that again, just to make it easier. Put them together like this. You're just alternating. Just going to move them over. And I've set the paper to letter. And the orientation is landscape. You can make this bigger, but I have it at 80 zoom. And then shift, select all of them. Go to shape format, align. I say bottom. And then say align, distribute, try horizontally. Okay. So then I group these. I'll change this to fixed position again. It's easier to move. And so what you want to do now is just copy it, paste it. You can turn it around. Okay. Just want to line it up. And then you can take these two, select them, group them. You can change them to fixed. I don't think you have to do that all the time, but I do it out of habit. Copy these, paste. And so we're just building up our board here. So now I select both parts here. Go to shape format, align, and I want to say align to the left. And then I'm going to group them. And now I just copy this, copy, paste. Let's take the second one, align left. And now you can just take the two of them, group them, fixed position. You go into shape format, shape effects, bevel, and you can choose a bevel. I'm just going to take the first one. And then what I do is I go into format shape. You can right click and go into format object. It's the same thing. Then I go into the middle icon, 3D format. And I just bring down the width and height to 3. So it just gives a more subtle edge. To customize your board, you can also change these squares. I usually just hit shift and select. And remember, you can choose any bevel you want. You don't have to choose the one I chose. Then you go into shape format, shape fill, and either you can choose a gradient, you can go like that, or texture. If you want a texture, this is called papyrus. This I like to call denim. And what I do with this one is you click on it, but let's just see here. I just go into format, fill, and then I just scale it to make it smaller. So let's just say, I'm just going to say 50. And then this one 50. And then it looks more like denim. What else? Same thing with the wood. If you want to choose, sorry, this is the same place as I got it from the fill here, shape fill. You can go here and select the same textures. If you choose oak, you could also just select, I think it's just the Y scale that really works on this one. And let me just see, go to 50. So you just bring it in more. It matches for the size of the board. Let's just get back to where I was here. Just 1 second. Let's say you wanted a carbon fiber gray. So you go into pattern fill. All right, and choose gray. It'll be the background or foreground. And then just select one of these. I don't know if that one. I would probably say the background, maybe darker. Maybe even more. And just something like that, maybe. Or this one. I think this one looks more like carbon fiber. This one I would make it a little bit darker. Yeah, so that's like more like carbon fiber. This is blue. Let's say that was black, but you want it as like a Halloween style of board. Let's go into fill. You can go solid fill, or you could go actually pattern fill. You could use pattern fill and then just use the orange. And then for this part, you have a dark green, for example. And then whatever you like. It's darker, this one's lighter. And here's one. The chocolate chip cookie one I'm going to show you is, let me just see here. Let's texture fill. And I just chose this one. And then I think for the other one, I'm just going to the fill again. Texture. Doesn't matter. We change these ones to that. That's, I think, a dark marble. Let's go back to our original. Okay, and so I'm just going to show you some boards. There's a chocolate chip. This is a nice one. And the way you make that one, you go into pattern fill and then select copper color. I guess this one maybe. This one would be lighter. This one would be darker. Okay. It's one of these anyways. Here it is. Sorry, I found the wrong one. It's right here. This one here I used. And then so you have this braided copper line. And then you could do the same thing with the other one. Pattern fill. Just use a lighter. And then here use a dark one. and then just use this one. So now you have like a stainless steel braided line. Let's go see what else there is. There's oak and denim, which I already showed you denim, and I already showed you oak. There's black and white, your typical. Here's a similar, just two different colors. Here's like a pumpkin, and I use pattern, like I showed you already, with the orange, and then the green's got also a pattern. And the pattern is one of these with the dots in it, maybe this one. And here's a bumblebee pattern, like a weave. And here's a carbon fiber with a cork. There's also a cork you can choose here, right here. If you go in here, there's the cork. I'll show you the carbon fiber. Here's a gradient, where we created a gradient. And then finally, because here we have marble, these two, we created a marble board. And the bevel that was chosen was the second one. And then it was brought down to 5 and 6. So I think 6 was standard and 5 was just what it was brought down to. And that's it. Thanks for watching.